Both of them were very much interested in the children to be born, and every day there were no doctors. They themselves checked whether everything was okay. And in due course, they got very nice fledglings, small birds, which have not yet developed any wings to fly. Shinmantau kujitam tasam nitvato galabhashitvihi. And those children used to say, cuckoo, cuckoo, cuckoo. Ah, what a happiness it gave to the father and the mother. They were simply enchanted, and they were again and again trying to get more such cuckoo from their children. And they were laughing at each other. See, our children are saying cuckoo. And one day they went into the forest to bring some breakfast to their children. And naturally it took some time. In the meantime, a hunter came by the side of that tree and he saw these young fledglings there. Ah, today my breakfast is made. So he put his that jal, net. He put his net over them. He netted all the children at one stroke. She said, their mother and father may come, let me wait. And he was waiting outside. They came back, and when she saw Kroshanti, Kroshato, Brishadukkhita, Tanabhyadamati, seeing the children being entangled in the net. What is that net? It is the net of Maya. We are all entangled in that only. And it was very unhappy. They were weeping, and she went to their children. Swayamcha Badhyata Shicha Badhan Pashyantavasmriti. She forgot everything. She only thought of the children. She went and fell down that, and she was also caught by the same net. Then, on seeing both his wife and children, both being netted, the father was very full of great sorrow. Agome pashyatapayam alpa punyasya dharmate. He began to cry. See, my good fortune didn't last. It lost till I married. It lost it till I got my children. But no more. See the ill luck of me. Atriptasya akritartasya grihastaivartiko trivartiko hatam. It has made me dissatisfied in this life, and I have not done what I should do to my children. I have just entangled them. I should have kept one of them to keep a god, and I should have flown away alone. See what has happened because of my thoughtlessness. Anurupa Anukulasya Yasya Me Sapativrata. See, she knew what he wanted, and she will do it for me. She was my wife. She was a real pativrata. She was always serving the husbands fully, with all sincerity. And such a wife I have lost. It is not the pigeon which weeps. We all weep only when we are grihasthas, householders, with wife and children. Sometime or other, some such calamity overtakes, and this is how we weep. That is what our Vyasa has portrayed to us. Shunye grihe mam santijya putre swatyati sadhvi. She has put me in an empty house, empty of my children, empty of my wife, nobody is there. And she is going to Surga, while I will be caught here. Jiji Vishaya Kivarthamba, Vidharo Dukha Jivita. What is the use of living now? For whom should I live? Should I live for a wife who is gone? Should I live for the children who are gone? For whom should I live now? There is no meaning in my living. So, he said, let me also fall in that net. And she flies from a distance with all hurry. She goes and falls into the net and gets entangled. Tam labdha labdha kakruram kapotam grihamedhinam kapotakan kapotitra siddhartha prayogriham. Anyway, they made that hunter happy. The hunter was extremely happy. She aimed at a breakfast, he has got both a lunch and a dinner too. He was very happy for having them all. Now he got 2 big adult pigeons too. So, this is how a person, a householder who is looking after his family is so satisfied. My daughter, my son, my daughter phoned from Australia. She is very nice. She wants me to come and live with her for something. And her son, what a beautiful chap. What an intelligent chap. Oh, I have never seen a child so intelligent. This is how we are caught. This is how we are caught in our grandson, in our daughters, like that. Yaprapya manusham lokam muktidvaram apavratam grihetu khagavatsakta tam anudachyutam vidu. After so much of efforts, after being a small worm, a small reptile, then I became a bird, then I became an animal, say a horse, or like that. Yam prapya manusham lokam muktidvaram apavratam. When once you get this body of a human being, you take it that the door for your mukti or your liberation has already been opened. You have only to walk straight into it. But what I did, we had to Bhagavat Sakta, like these birds, I became absolutely engaged in them. I was very happy to talk about them. I was very happy to think of them. Who thought of God? With the same, see the particular happiness with which you think of your grandson. Have you ever thought of God with the same intensity? Not at all. And how naturally it comes to us. Nobody taught you. You just think of your granddaughter, you think of your grandson. They are all so nice. Nobody taught us. It has come very naturally for us. As I told you, what comes naturally to human beings, they are all conditioned. They have been conditioned the wrong way since several births to be involved with wives and children alone. We never learned to be involved with the Lord. Now, the next one is, I learned a lot from a python. Python is a very big serpent, so big, it doesn't bite you initially. It just winds around your entire body and then kasta. He makes it very tight, then all your bones break into 100 pieces. Then, and they're all simple pieces, it can eat them in due course, slowly. That's what happens. grasam samrittam virasam mahantam stokameva. It might get a small thing, or it might get a lamb. It may get something which has got no rus in it, which has no essence in it. Sometimes it may get some food which is full of all the navarasas, or whatever rasas you may talk of. It is sweet, sometimes it is slightly bitter, but so nice, so nice. Yadachaiva paratam praseda ajagaraha akriya. He doesn't do anything. Just like that, he simply sits. And whatever comes by Lord's will, by chance, he eats it. He doesn't say, I want this or I want that. Or, Shayitaha nibhurini niraharo nupakramaham. For days together to be lying there without any food. Nobody has come that way. Nothing has happened. So, neither breakfast nor dinner. For a number of days, it will be just lying down, as if it is sleeping. But at all that time, ojasaho balayitam, don't think it has become very weak. It is full of ojas and bala. Ojas means the internal strength. The external strength of your muscles and all that, that is called bala. The internal strength which you have got, the intensity with which you look at somebody, that means your eyes are very strong. Thus, the internal strength of all the indriyas, that is called the ojas. So, similarly he is there. Even though he has got all the senses, he never uses them. He is never tempted. And I am never tempted. The Avadhuta says, Shayana, I'll be just lying down. Vidanidrasya, I may not be sleeping. It looks to others that I am sleeping. Vidanidra, but I don't sleep. I just lie down. Then, this is what I have learned from a python, Ajagar, as you call it in Hindi. Then, Muni Prasanna Gambhiro, what did it learn from the ocean? It knew that outwardly it will look all right, but deep inside it is very calm. Outwardly there may be all the various waves. You go down, and down below is absolutely calm. Prasanna Gambhira. It is very nice to be down below, but it is very deep. Nobody can easily cross it. Anantapara, you cannot cross from one shore to another shore in an ocean. Sthimito Devarnava. It's just like that down below where the water is absolutely not moving at all. As if the water gets stagnated, it's not moving. Savardhakamo hinova narayana baromi. In the same way, the one who is after the Lord, he is always thinking of the Lord. It doesn't matter whether all his desires have been fulfilled or have not been fulfilled. He is not bothered at all. But now the next one is that Jugunu. Jugunu means, what is that called? The Jugunu? English? A moth. And I don't know, there seems to be no other word. Yeah, moth.
Firefly.
Firefly is a word which Tamilians have invented. No sarpeta na shushyete saridbhariva sagara. there's huge rains, you will not find that the water in the ocean is coming up and invading all the places. Not at all. It still retains. Whether during summer it may come down, but even then it's at the same level. So its level is the same whether there is a lot of water or whether there is very little water. Similarly, nobody will know whether I lack in something, I may not lack in something. I may have all my desires fulfilled, I may not have even one of my desires fulfilled. But I look calm, I don't look agitated or perturbed. And not only that, now we come to that juguru, or that firefly, as she says. Yes, it has been used by some people. Dashtva striyam devamayam tadbhavi jitendriyam lobhita patatyande tamastagno patangavati. Wherever there is fire, you will see when you have got some night in the evenings, these moths, they come and they try to this thing. That is why it may not be that firefly, it is only moth. So it goes to that fire, it is attracted by the fire and it finally dies there. Its attraction is its death. Similarly, there are human beings attracted by the opposite sex. And ultimately it will lead him to his ruin. He will be ruined completely, morally, ethically, from the worldly point of view, from the divine point of view. He is completely gone. That's what he says. What happens is, the man is attracted not only by the opposite sex. Hiranya, then gold attracts him. Then Abharana, all are ornaments attract him. If they don't what if they wear it? But all these things are Maya Rachiteshu Modha. These are all magic. These are all created by Maya. These are all illusions. They are not real at all. And you are so fascinated by them, you ruin yourself. You even take loans from the bank and you purchase nice, various nice ornaments. But what happens? Patangaman nasyati nattadruti. When you are looking at all these things, your eyesight is lost. Your normal eyesight, which is full of discrimination, which knows this is good, this is not good, you lose it. So you do not know what is good and what is not good. And you go and fall a prey and tempted by these temptations, to these temptations. Then you will have to be like a bee. Stokam gasetgrasam devo pratyeti avatam. Never take at one time huge quantities of food. Take little by little. Stokam grahe. And only that much as is required for maintaining your body. That's all that is required. And how to do it? You go to certain houses, 3 houses, 5 houses. Ahimsan. Do not take away. See, oh, the Swamiji has come. She would have kept some milk for her daughter, 3 years old. She will take it and give it to you. It's a himsa. You have taken away what she has kept for her daughter. That is why in the Iti Dharma it is written, when you are in a village, in a small kutia, see whether the smoke has all come and completely becomes shanta. Now no more So long as it comes, you know, yes, now they are still cooking. Leave half an hour to 1 hour for all those people to take their meals. Then you go and beg. This is written in there. But on the contrary, in the formal shastra it is also written. In the house, it's coming here itself, somewhere. First you have to feed the Swamiji and then only you can eat. This is also given somewhere. See, you can use it only for those people who have reached a very high level. Otherwise, when somebody comes, you do not know whether he has reached or not. You treat him in a normal way. Give him only that much which will not affect their children, their husband. So, ahimsa, don't do any himsa, don't do any violence to them, to the children and to the wife and all that. Sayantaram shastaram vam na sangranita bhikshitam. Well, he is talking of this Madhukari Bhiksha, but he is telling, for evening or for tomorrow, don't collect food for today, don't collect food today itself. You are supposed to take as a sannyasi only once. I am having here breakfast, then somebody brings, I take them, and then I take my dinner, I take my lunch, I take 5 times. But stokam, little by little. Otherwise, if you keep them, what will happen? You will be destroyed in due course. Just like the bees which go on keeping it reserved, then somebody else takes it away. In the same way. And padam yuvatim bhikshu nasprisheddaravimapi. One should not even touch. The rules were very strict. They are. Even if there is a small lady's putli, lady's puppet, it has been prepared in wood, it is lying there. Don't touch it. You see. Nasprishet daravimapi. Daru means not this daru, it means wood. So even that one should not. You know why? He has learned from the elephant. How do they catch the elephant in Kerala? And see. There is a big pit where easily one can get in and don't get up also. And there they keep one domesticated she-elephant. It is domesticated, it will not go anywhere, it will be there. And a wild elephant which is going by the side, it will be attracted by the sound made by this female elephant. It will come and look at it. It will get tempted. It will get down. And then it will try to touch her with its trunk. And thus they will intertwine the trunks together. At that time, all the hunters, they go and put it in chains. That is what happens. When it is touching the she-elephant, it forgets everything about its security. It has shut its eyes and just enjoying. There is a time when it is bound. Sprishan kariva badhyete karinyanga sangata. Then bhakti adarvidachanyo madhuhe vartapin suddhukoparjite vittehi. Do not accumulate wealth and finally it will give you only dukkha. Somebody will take it away, that money. Either you will be putting it in some wrong investments, and they will all go away, and your shares will be worth only one pie. So, bhungte tadvidachanyo. Just like the bees, they prepare a big one full of this honey. But what happens? Their fellow comes, drives them away and takes them home. Madhuha, the one who kills and takes the honey. He takes away the honey. And with great dukkha, with great efforts, you have accumulated that. It's all God in no moment. Then, the next is, what did you learn from a deer? See, a deer, it is very fond of music. When it is running from even a tiger, suddenly if he hears some music, it will stop with its ears straight and be going on. It will be immersed in that music. So, just like that, do not be interested in music. Several times, Raman Maharaj used to tell this. Once, there was a Veena Vadini who used to play on Veena. She gave a small performance before Raman Maharaj. And then she asked him, Swami, one can get God through music. Is it not? What do you say? She kept quiet. Once, twice she asked, he kept quiet. Then she said, in Karnataka, there is Purandara Dasa, a great bhakta. She attained God through music, through devotional music. And in the place where I was born in my Purushottamananda, there is a great saint known as Tyagaraja, Saint Tyagaraja. He was supposed to be the founder of the entire Carnatic music of the South. So he wrote several poems, several music compositions on the Lord, and each one he used to sing in a different raga. So he was very famous in his days. He got his moksha by singing. He got Lord Rama's glimpse only by this. So what do you tell? What do you say to this? Then the one who was sitting like this, he bristled. He bristled, and then she told, they sang what they got, they didn't get by singing. This is what he told. They sang what they got. See, in the olden days, whenever they found something, say, Shivshuta found a number of medicines, then he wrote it not in prose. Now, in your MD or MBBS course, is there any book in poem, Baba? No. They're all in prose. But in those days, they were all in poems. On architecture, how to prepare a jana, aerial vehicle, which can go with a remote control. That is what they used to call as, mentally you think of something, you will get it. It's a remote control. They set it to the proper latitude or this longitude, it reaches that place. This is that. They were all in poems. So whatever was there, any sort of thing, let it be architecture, let it be on music, let it be on dance, let it be on medicine, they were all in poems. When they got it through the seventh sense or whatever you may call it, through the God's grace, And right, it came out only in poems. A poem represents harmony and beauty. So, when you got something very beautiful from that total beauty, you can only express it in poems. That's what happened. And so he answered, whatever they got, they were forced to express it only through songs. But by singing songs, they never got. Moksha they never got. Another case, in the morning he was talking to a devotee who was a teacher, he was known as Sundari Shariya. She said, Mr. Iyer, see this gentleman, he is very good in devotional song. There's a full devotional song on Lord Skanda. It is known as Tirupur. Even today, I know in Delhi, I know in Bangalore, I know in Madras, that there are groups of people who on the holidays they go sing in a temple, all those things. So he said, here is a man who has defeated even his guru. I have heard his guru. This fellow is far, far superior to his guru. And today evening, he is going to give us a concert. This is all. He went away. Then at night, 8 to 10:30, this Mr. Iyer, he went and attended that music concert. When he came out, Ravana was standing with fire in his eyes. He called him. You don't want to get any liberation for 1,000 births? He was shocked. Who asked you to go and hear all these songs? Did I? But he only told that he has exceeded his, excelled his guru and he sang nicely, and he was so told that he will be giving a concert. Did I tell Mr. Iyer you go and attend it? Did I tell you? Get out. If in future you want to succeed in this, leave off all these temptations through songs. It is as bad as women, it is as bad as any delicious items to eat. Leave it thoroughly. This is what he told. See, what happens is, at the time you sing a devotional song, do you think your mind goes to Narayana? You may sing about Narayana. Your mind goes, I will start in Ananda Bhairavi. Suddenly I will give a tattoo and I will take to Bhairavi. And I will come back to Madhyamavati. And I will end it in Devagandhari. Must you think of God or must you think of ragas? This is what happens. So they don't think of God at that time at all. So it is of no use at all. It only takes your mind away from your goal. So he was very strong. I don't know, whatever he said, I absorbed it. So many people, very famous from north and south, they used to come over there. There was that famous one from north who came there, that old man. When you were there, in Ram Narayan. He was very famous. He used to come often and give free concerts. Like that, both from north and south, number of people will come. That's all. And a number of people very well known to me used to come and dance. Those ladies. They come from a very good family. Yes, that father was a secretary to the revenue board and all that. But Ravana's words, which were read from books, were ringing in my ears. I will never go this side. That's what I've been doing so far. And now she says, what did I learn from fish? The fish is tempted by food. A man baits it with a little meat or something like that. It was a South Indian fish, you put some butter, so you put it there. And it is tempted to take it and the mull, thorn, and the thorn catches it and it just takes it, keeps it down. It will be over within a few minutes. It will die. So, never be tempted by your tongue. It so happened, Mahaprabhu Chaitanya wanted sannyas. He went to a guru there called Keshav Bharati and asked him, "Sir, I want." He had married once, his wife had died, his second wife was there, Vishnupriya. One day he asked his mother, "Mummy, I want to go and take sannyas." "Hey, don't talk about as long as I am alive. Sannyas, nothing doing. As long as I am alive, you are here." He kept quiet. But what to do? It was so strong that one day, during the daytime, his mother just lay down and she wanted to sleep. Before that, she called Mahaprabhu and told him, "Please, just massage my feet." He was massaging her feet. She was almost about to sleep. "Mummy, okay, shall I go?" "Okay, Pa, go." He took it as mother's word. He went to Keshav Bharati. She asked him, "Hey, have you taken?" Yes. My mother only told me you go." See, many of them have to do some such 420 in order to get there, to get out. Same thing, Ramana Maharshi, he had no money to go. He wanted to go to Tiruvannamalai. It was coming again and again in his dream. He had never heard of the place. Then suddenly on a Sunday he decided, "I will go." But when he was about to start, his mother called him, "Hey, you are going to school?" "Yes." "You take this amount on behalf of your elder brother, you paid that." "Yes. He took the money and went away. He used it for his tickets. She says, "This is the only opportunity I ever did in my life." So they had to do even that. And that seems they didn't give so much credit to it because it involved in getting such a good thing finally. So they never talked about it with, "Oh, something wrong I did," not at all. They never felt. And so, how to have control over my indriyas, I learnt it from the fish. It is told, "Jitam jagat yena jitahi jihva." A fellow who has conquered his tongue, you can say has conquered the entire world. Jitam jagat yena jitahi jihva. You only control it, you get it. Severe diabetes, 300. Why you are eating laddu? Guruji Nadiya, prasad. So the only water is used, prasad. That's all. No. See, when a doctor is as good as the Lord, Vaidyo Narayana, when he has been given an instruction, he has to follow it very, very strictly. There is absolutely no exemptions from it. Now, she learnt a lot from one prostitute, a fairly old prostitute, living in Mithila Nagari. In Mithila Nagari there is a Vaishya, there is a prostitute, her name was Pingala. She has become somewhat old. And And she was standing outside her home from evening 7 o'clock to see where any customer was coming to her for the night so that she can earn some money. So many people were coming that turned their face away and went to other houses. She was tired. She used to go inside, lie down for some time. Again, what to do for tomorrow's food? So she again came out. Like that, she was going inside, coming out, going inside, coming out. There was not a single customer whom she could inveigle and she could get some money. Not at all. And nirgachanti pravishati nishitam samapadyata. Like this, coming out, going inside the house. Coming out, going inside the house. Almost the night has passed, mostly. At that time, her face had become absolutely dead-like. Because she had got no food since yesterday. And today again, there is going to be no food. Mlanavatra, her face was completely down. Suddenly, at that time, by that side, the great Dattatreya of Dutta, he was passing through. When he was passing through, a gust of wind came. It touched his body and then it came and touched Pingala's body also. The moment it touched her body, she suddenly got a thorough vairagya, a thorough dispassion with all things. She exclaims, at that moment, she got that full moha. That is what happens with satsanga. If even a whiff of wind which touched the saint has touched you can create such a change, such a transformation, what about living in his company for a few days? And then she says, oh my Lord, I've been blind. Whatever was available, so beautiful, so nice, it was available by my side. I left it and I was waiting for something which will not give me any happiness. On the contrary, which may give me some incurable diseases. Oh my Lord. Shantam samipe ramanam ritipradam vidyapradam nityamimam vihaya. There is somebody just by my side. He was very beautiful. He is very beautiful. In the world, there is nobody more beautiful than him. Ritiprada. Not only he is beautiful, on seeing him, anybody will get desires for him. Ratiprada, she will induce all desires for him. Vittapradam nityam, he will give me enough of wealth. And nityam, the other customers, they may come for one night and they may never come again in their life. But this fellow is a permanent customer. He will be by my side. Oh my Lord, I have left him. What a fool, how stupid I have been. Then on the contrary, Akamadam, the fellows are old fellows with all wrinkles and God knows what sort of things on the body. And such people, dukkha, bhaya, atishoka, moha pradam, at the end of it they may give me miseries and they will give me delusion and they will give me bhaya. I will get only fear later on. Oh, I think that fellow might have had some STD.
Yes.
Not this STD.
AIDS.
There is another STD which doctors use. So I will get this from you. So she is afraid for some time whether I got it, whether I got the disease. And she says, Videhanam Purekhyasmin Aram Ekaiva Mudadhim Yanti Amichanti Asatyasvati Madhati Kamamachutati. In this entire Mithila Nagari, it is called Videhapura, where everybody forgets their body. Perhaps I am the only unlucky lady who is selling the body, who is only looking after the body. Nunam me Bhagavan Pritam Vishnu Kyana Apikarmana. Suddenly this transformation, how has it come? I think, unknowingly perhaps, I have done something which has pleased the highest Lord. And that is why Nirvedoyam Durashaya Yanme Jata Sukavaha. And that is why I got suddenly this dispassion with all the things. And this dispassion is the one which will give me complete happiness. There is nothing else in the world which can give you complete happiness. It will end, it will look as if it is giving happiness, but it will end only in unhappiness, miseries, trials and tribulations, and sufferings. And then he says, he is summing up, Asha hi paramam dukkham, nirasyam paramam sukham. Is the Lord who finally, he summarized it. He says, to have any sort of desires, including lust and passion, it will end in absolute unhappiness, absolute sorrows. Nirasyam paramam sukham. To leave all these ashas, all these desires, this is the ultimate sukha. Yes. Again and again, the entire Buddhism, it lays stress on this. They got a book. This is called the Dhammapada. There are chapters on it. That's all. I tell you this thing. Leave only this kama alone. There's more than enough. You keep everything else. If only you leave it, you get everything. In the Upanishad, there's a verse. Yada sarve pramuchante kama yasya hridishrita. They start from this heart. So, nip it in the bud, let them not arise. And you need not bother. If you leave it, you may take it again. Come to a stage where it leaves you. That kama is leaving you. Ida sarve pramuchante kama yasya hridishrita. And you only do that much. Then what will happen? Tada martyo amrito bhavati. The human being who is subject to birth and death and mortality, he becomes immortal. No more birth, no more death, is absolutely liberated. Not only that. Atra Brahma Samashrute, he reaches the highest truth, the topmost, the only reality called the Brahman, here and now. We need not wait. Atra Brahma Samashrute is one of the most beautiful poems of the Upanishad mantras. We don't call them as verses, we call them as mantras. Now the next one is, he learnt a lot from a small boy, small child. It was going. Somebody kept a slap. It began to weep. She took out laddu. He gave to it. It laughed. Uncle, laddu? See here. It has got no mana or avamana. It doesn't have any insult. It doesn't have any special ego. Nothing at all. In one second it forgets everything. And it says, Uncle, have you got one more laddu? That's it. Atma Krida, Atmanati doesn't require anybody to play with. The children, they play by themselves. and they get what all they want in themselves. Vicharami Bhagavatam. This is what I am doing. I don't have any worries about my daughter, son, or my house. Absolutely nothing. Vicharami Bhagavatam. So I am going here and there like an ordinary boy, like a child. Then there is the next one from whom he learns is an unmarried girl. In those days, unmarried doesn't mean 23, 27. In those days, they were 13 years old, 12 years old, they were called unmarried. Nobody used to remind till that time. The Manushastra says, if any lady remains without being married till her 13th year or so, she can start on her own, find out her own husband. This is what the Manusmriti says. And somebody came to see the girl for their son, for marriage purposes. She was alone. Her father and mother had gone to some house. When they came, Atithi Sarkar, she has to, they're all guests who are coming, and that to see the girl. You cannot tell them, I'm sorry, my mother is not there, no tea, you come afterwards. Then they say, what sort of girl it is? I don't want her. So she has to prepare something. So there's nothing else except some rice. So she had to pound it to make it a beaten rice. When she pounds it in all houses, they will have some servants. They will do it. And when she does it, she had one or two chudi, bangles made up of shanka, conch shells she was having. So they were also to be making sound, dum, 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 and they will understand, oh, these are very poor people. They don't have anybody. They are very poor people. They don't have anybody else, no servant to pound the rice. So they should not know. So she took away one from each, and only one remained. And now that one never made a sound. From that he knew, remain alone. That's all. There will be in absolute silence. There will be absolutely no more unnecessary talks, no gossips. That's all. Yekayeva chare tasmati, so one should go alone. And then finally he is talking of one arrowsmith. Arrowsmith means a fellow who prepares their knives, arrows for the king, for the CMC, Commander-in-Chief, and all these people. He was so engaged in seeing the dimensions, whether they were okay, and he was so absorbed in doing his work. He was not aware. He is standing outside and doing something. The king, along with his retinue, passed by that way. He was not aware of it. That sort of a concentration one should have when he thinks of God. This is what I learned from that arrowsmith. Yateshu garo nipatim bhajantam na dadarsha parshve. Ishukara means, Ishu is that arrow. Kara means the one who prepares it. Just like the arrowsmith, Nripatim Bhajantam, the king was passing by that way, passing just by his side. Ishaugatatma, his entire mind had gone into that. Now, what should I do? I think it is okay, but still something is wrong. So he was completely, his mind was there. Nadadarsa. So he didn't see the king at all. He should have that. Then he says, what did you learn from an ordinary serpent? What can I learn? I can only learn how to bite. That we already know. Whereas the serpents learned from you and I. See, in asanas, you do makarasana just like the crocodile. You do bhujangasana just like the serpent. Does the serpent ever try to do like you? To stand like you or walk like you? Does the crocodile ever do it? It is we who are imitating the animals. And we are supposed to have crossed that stage and come to a higher stage. Griharambhoti dukkhayen. Don't start building a house. You will get into miseries. Sarpa paragritam vesman pravishya sukhame dhate. So a serpent is entering into a sort of a nest prepared by the white ants, done by somebody else, and it is very happy. It need not even pay any rent. It is there, happiest. There's a Chinese proverb, it says, I'm very sorry if people who have built houses are here. I'm only repeating the Chinese saying, not mine. The Chinese say, it is the fools who build the houses, it is the wise men who live in it. This is the proverb. Now, then the next one is the